Hey y'all, welcome to Lane Turo University. I'm Conrad Layn. This is a response video in regards to an awesome viewer and subscriber by the name of Uwana Udo. He asked a question, what's the criteria for a power host? A very understandable question, but I'm going to definitely elaborate. I have a lot of information to share, and you can easily find how to qualify for an all-star host just by simply Googling it or going through Bing or going through a search engine or going through your Turo host performance tab. It'll show you the credentials that, for example, like 90%, you have to accept 95% response rate. You have to be at 95%. So that just basically means responding to all the inquiries and trips that Turo guests actually submit. You must respond to 95% of them, at least of all total. To actually qualify, you must also accept 90% of all trips that are actually inquired and actually requested by the Turo guests. You must commit to at least 95% of those trips, meaning that you must keep your promise and not cancel it, and keep at least a 95% commitment rate. And 5 stars, you must have a 5-star review of 90% of your reviews must be 5 stars. Can't be 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars. Must be 90% must be 5 stars. You also must qualify by at least committing to and completing 10 trips, which I think is very doable for most of us. So that's awesome. And so it's pretty much low barrier to entry, but once you're in, you're in. You also get a badge, which is pretty cool. So I'm basically going over the all-star criteria because it's going to make a lot of sense when I actually explain about the power host criteria, which is pretty cool. And you must maintain this and qualify every 3 months. It's on a quarterly basis. You're judged every 3 months, and then you'll get an email letting you know that you actually qualify for All-Star. And inside your performance host tab, it'll let you know that you qualify as an All-Star host. So pretty cool to do that. That's how you actually qualify for it. Has quite a bit of benefits. If you maintain your all-star host status through all 4 quarters, basically every 3 months for 1 year, you'll get a Turo $100 credit you can use for Turo car rental, which is pretty cool. I love that. So you get $100. I received mine this year, which is pretty cool. So I got $100 I could use for a tour as a Turo credit. And you just have to maintain it. So that's a really cool benefit, but you just have to really maintain it for at least, you have to be basically maintain it for 1 year, 12 months to get that. So that's how you actually do that. Now to qualify as an actual power host, as I mentioned, same credentials actually. So you have to maintain every quarter, you have to qualify again. You can always lose your host status. It goes up and down. You have to make sure you're on your numbers and you know what's going on, keeping your commitment rate up, keeping your response rate up, keeping your 5 stars up, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And if you fall below the thresholds I mentioned earlier, you'll actually lose your status and then you won't have the status anymore. And there's actually a lot of hosts. There's actually some big time hosts that actually that are not all-star hosts and actually are not power hosts. Just because you make a certain amount of money, even if you can make $100,000 per month, it doesn't mean you're actually a power host, because just because you make a lot of money, they don't give you that status. They don't give you even the all-star status. It's not an income thing. But for the power host, you must, to qualify, you have to at least make $3,000 per month. But again, if you don't actually have, say, like 5 stars, 90% of 5 stars, for example, you don't qualify as a all-star host, let alone a power host. So basically what I'm saying is that, yes, focus on earning a lot of money, but to become a power host, you can make a lot of money per month, a lot of money per year, and you still might not qualify because for whatever reason your customer service just sucks, for example. Maybe like people don't like you for whatever reason. You have to fix that, because that actually is not about just the money. So for me, everyone starts from a different place. It doesn't matter where you start, in my opinion, it's where you finish. So there's hosts that have taken months to get there, taking years to get there to finally become a power host, because it could be challenging. For me, it was actually pretty easy, and I don't mean to be arrogant. I got mine very quickly, actually. I became a power host pretty fast. So I pretty fast. So that's the thing. So it didn't take me very long, but I have talked to other hosts where it's taken them a year, some of it's taken months. That wasn't my case. So everyone starts from a different place. And so don't be discouraged if you don't make it as a power host right away. Keep on trucking away, because again, it's not just about the money. You might be a great host who's making a lot of money, but unfortunately, maybe your percentage in regards to your commitment rate's down. Maybe you're not committing to all the trips. Maybe you're at 85%, and it's too low. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. So you have to fix that. But again, to qualify to be a power host, it's all the other requirements, plus you must earn at least $3,000 per month. The cool thing about this though, even if you earn, say you have a bad month, right? As long as you earn that 9,000, in say 1 month or 2 months, you still qualify. So it's within the quarter, but yes, break down to average it out. You're supposed to earn about $3,000 per month, and if you earn $3,000 per month, you qualify basically as a para host. But you have to have all the same credentials and criteria and meet all the thresholds that were put in place for the All-Stars. The All-Stars get a badge. If you're an All-Star host, which is a tier under the para host, you get a badge. We actually don't have a badge. We'll still have that same All-Star badge, which is cool. We don't have a para host badge at this time. I do think Turo should make it, to be quite honest, but we don't have a badge right now. But the cool thing about that, you have to earn $3,000 per month. I honestly think, and you guys might hate me for this is my opinion, and it doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean I'm wrong, just my opinion. I actually think you should make about $20,000 per month to be a para host, in my personal opinion. I think that if you earn $20,000 per month, that will really declare you a para host. But that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm a bit too harsh, maybe I'm a bit too hard, maybe that's unfair, so I apologize. Just give my honest opinion. But at this point, don't worry, this is not $20,000 per month. It's only $3,000 per month. If you earn $3,000 per month, you qualify, as long as you qualify as an All-Star host as well, as the same criteria. So you basically have to have the same response rate, make sure you have a 9% of 5-star reviews, etc., 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 and you'll actually qualify. So that's the cool part about this. Next, the benefits of this, you actually get a VIP hotline specifically tailored for you. So that means you can actually call in and get in front of the line. So when you call in, as opposed in comparison to All-Star hosts and regular Tour hosts especially, they actually put you in front of the line. They actually answer your calls faster. They actually also address you in emails and also by phone and any communications as para hosts. For those that care about the title or designations, they actually call you para host and they say thank you for being para host. So that's pretty cool. They basically always let you know, like, thank you for being para host, we appreciate you. They tell you this, so it's pretty cool. So you get that. You get to put in front of the line, as I mentioned before. You get expedited claim service handling. So that means when you call in, they might actually assist with putting your claim ahead or getting on your claim right away, or just going a little faster. Next, one of the most beneficial parts about this that most hosts don't mention, and a lot of para hosts don't even know this. I've talked to para hosts, they don't even know this. They're like, wow, I talked to 3 of them specifically, they didn't even know about this. Turo, if you're a para host right now, and this isn't 100% true, but it's likely, it has a good chance, we actually have the option, as long as you're a para host, if a vehicle's been excluded or not accepted, even if other Turo hosts, they don't allow, say, Turo hosts to add on a certain car, or they don't, or whatever the case is, they actually will consider adding that vehicle on or making an exception to add on an excluded vehicle or a rarer vehicle or a certain type of vehicle that, even though maybe other hosts can't add it on or aren't allowed to add it on, they'll make an exception oftentimes, or they'll consider making an exception for a para host. Run that back again. If you have a rare car or a car that other hosts can't add on, they allow you to add it on because they'll make an exception for you, or they at least consider making an exception for you, which makes it more competitive for you, and you're able to outcompete regular Turo hosts and All-Star hosts. Pretty cool benefit. It sets you apart one more step away, where it keeps building you, and you're building more wealth now because you have rarer cars and cars that other people can't add on, or cars that they no longer accept. So some cars on the platform, that they're basically grandfathered in. Some cars you can't add on anymore. If you're a para host, you can actually typically get that overridden and they'll accept it because you're a para host. Pretty cool benefit. So that's basically some of the factors of actually being a para host, is that basically as long as you qualify to be an All-Star host and make at least $3,000 per month, and again, it doesn't have to be $3,000 per month, it could be you made $9,000 in 1 month. Maybe you had a bad month, but as long as you make that in that quarter, you still qualify at this point. And again, I'm not perfect, I'm just your friend on YouTube, and I am a para host, and I became a para host pretty quickly, and it's been great. I do appreciate the benefits, and that's the thing. And another benefit also, we have the ability as a para host to cancel trips without being charged any type of fee. So no more fees. Don't take advantage of it. Don't, of course, in this. And again, please just be good. Don't abuse the policy, but we can actually cancel it without any fees. So that's pretty cool. Another great benefit from being a para host, the more trips you do, the more chance there is for you to have liability or some type of bad, maybe reviews granted, or someone writing a bad review about you. You can actually contact Turo VIP, and they can actually assist you with removing bad reviews that are unfair. Now, if you messed up and you're a para host, that's your fault. It deserves to be on there. But the cool thing, in comparison to regular Turo hosts and All-Star hosts, we have the ability to get reviews removed that are unfair. As long as you have proof, as long as they're unfair. that's a huge benefit. That's a huge winner right there. And if I think you should definitely consider, try to get in when you can get in, and do your best to get that $3,000 per month. If you want to become a par host and you're trying to evolve from being an all-star host, all-star host is great as well. And like I said, everything an all-star host gets, par host get, is that we get a little bit more, and we get a little more personal attention. And one more benefit that I want to mention is that as long as you maintain it for 1 year, like I said, you have to qualify every 3 months, you can actually get qualified to keep getting your same, get $100 Turo credit. So you use that credit for absolutely at your disposal. And the cool thing, you can actually use it on any type of car you want on a Turo platform. So it's a $100 credit, basically like a thank you that you use to basically rent another car on a Turo platform with that $100 credit. And that's pretty cool. So that's how you actually do it. And that's about it. So like, subscribe, share. This is Conrad Layn. I am a par host. No arrogance intended. Just I was asked a great question by a great YouTube subscriber and viewer named Uwana Udo. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, share. This is how to be a par host from a par host. I've been a par host for quite some time now, and I'm not the oldest host. I've been on here not too long either, but like I said, I qualified pretty fast, and the last few quarters I've been a par host. So thank you so much, you guys. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, share, and that's how you become a par host. But before you could walk and crawl, learn how to be a good host first, become an all-star host, and then become a par host. Like, subscribe, share. Love you guys. Great question, Uwana Udo. This is for you guys. Peace.